the hardest challenges that we've faced are primarily based around sourcing. Quantity sourcing is always a challenge to a smaller business such as a bed and breakfast like ourselves. With only 5 or 6 rooms and not the sort of scope of a larger big hotel, it's finding places that will supply at the scale that we need. But even when you find sourcing of the items you're looking for, which have got better as the years have gone on, we find amusing things like the toilet rolls we buy. We looked hard for 100% recycled toilet paper. We found a product, looked good, was good, and when it got delivered to us, we found the toilet rolls were packed in 4s, which were wrapped in plastic, and then those 4s were wrapped in larger packs of 10, which were also wrapped in plastic. So even when you're finding the items which seem to work for you, the whole supply chain doesn't quite link up as it should. The sector itself is also a challenge. So the hospitality industry has traditionally been very bad in single-use items and proliferated with plastic throughout everything that it does. And then our final challenge, I guess, would have to be the people who come and visit. Unfortunately, aren't all singing from the same hymn sheet, if you will. And although we have put in place ideas and things that we're looking to reduce our plastic usage, sometimes the guests don't play ball. So great examples of that would be, we'll put tea bag tidies out to make sure that people put tea bags in those rather than throw them in the bin and ruin the bin liners. They're not always used. So we get all of our jams and marmalades are made locally in Albany for us, and then we put those out in pots rather than the individual plastic sachets that then just get thrown away every day. In the rooms, toiletries, they're a big problem in the hospitality industry, where people buy shampoo, shower gels, etc. in little plastic pots. Someone uses one small use of it and then it has to be thrown away. My wife makes her own range called Essence of Serenity. We put in each room, there's a dispenser of hand wash, body wash and shampoo, and we just keep those topped up and guests use those instead. So that's totally removed plastic from that side of the business as well. The other area we were really concentrating on was looking at where we could help with our energy usage in the business. We started with the electricity, so all of the lights in the business are either on timers in the communal areas or on motion sensors, so they're not left on overnight or all the time. In fact, this year we've moved to 100% renewable energy for all our electricity in the business. And then the second main area we were looking at was our use of water and how we could reduce that as a business. Obviously, guests are continually using showers. What could we do there? So we fitted flow reducers and aerated shower heads to try and reduce the amount of water that got used during the showering process. We do all of our washing and laundry in-house, and so we line dry everything rather than using tumble dryers as much as possible. We also looked at doing things like putting smaller kettles in on the coffee and tea making facilities in the rooms. And when guests finally checked out, as they often do, they leave half a kettle of water. All of that water gets saved up in the business and then used for the gardening. I guess quantifying business benefits is always a difficult one. If it was easy to do, everyone would be doing these kind of initiatives throughout their business. I mean, we've always had a very strong sustainability ethos in all that we've done. So a lot of these changes we've sort of made from day one of starting, taking over the B&B as a business. What that's led to from our side is lots of awards which have recognised the things that we've done. So we've got like a TripAdvisor a Green Leader Gold Award, and how that supports us from a business side is that people who are actively looking for those kind of places to stay because they share that lifestyle choice can find us more easily and know that when they're coming here they don't have to worry about sort of our environmental credentials, if you will. That in itself gives us a degree of self-satisfaction, I guess, if I'm being honest. But if you cut down to kind of nuts and bolts, pounds, shillings and pence, probably where I could say that we've saved money definitely is things like commercial waste charges. You know, we have to pay for all of the waste that's produced by the business. Some of that for recycling, but then a big chunk of that would obviously be going to landfill. And so by massively reducing single-use plastics and landfill waste across the business, the net effect is we need to pay less, which is always good. That also, of course, is mirrored in our use of utilities. So with a lot less water, especially living in this area of the world where water is very expensive, or water charges are, we've seen that cost come down significantly as well. Achieving for the future, well, it's a difficult one. We've done an awful lot in the business, but you can't ever be complacent. So we're always looking at what new areas are arriving, or what other areas in the business we haven't considered yet. Some things still continue to be a bugbear. I mean, the bin liners are a big one, and we're talking the small bin liners in the guest bedroom bins. We've been searching for a number of years to find a sustainable, reusable or recyclable or biodegradable product that not only works from an environmental perspective but also from a business perspective, and that's number one on my hit list to hammer out, but we're still on the search for that one. One thing I'd like to see potentially would be more support or recognition, I guess, at a government level. I don't know whether that would be a reduction in some business rate or a lower tax banding based around how much organisations are doing to be sustainable and to reduce waste that's being generated from their business practices. And then the other thing is videos like this, sharing experience, letting other businesses know what we've done. It would be, if we could achieve anything, it would be to let other people know all the options that are available to them to enhance their business, to reduce plastic and to make it more sustainable for the future.